and welcome to the Astro Forecast for the week of April 19th to April 25th. This week starts out with a lot more grounded energy. Oh my goodness, there's been so much fire in the zodiac and it has been firing up people. I'm sure you've been noticing it if you're on social media or even noticing the news, the numbers. It also fire also increases COVID, so there's just this kind of this fired upness that has been in the collective. So now with the sun, we start off the week on Monday, April 19th, with Mercury and the sun moving into the grounded sign of Taurus. So for all you Taurus watching, happy birthday. This is your season. And Taurus brings with it its own set of beautiful gifts and beautiful challenges. So the beautiful gifts is it's grounded earth, fixed energy. So what does that mean? Groundedness, earth energy, practical. There's a lot of kind of stability going to be coming in here, but that fixity creates stubbornness. It creates I don't want to change and you don't tell me nothing. It is also bringing a lot of focus to our gifts and talents and money in our lives too, and sort of are we embodying our gifts and talents, and where might be maybe using our money in ways that aren't so great, or maybe using our money in great ways. No secret, this is tax time, so really interesting that Taurus season always kind of comes at the time that taxes are due. It's about, are you paying your money? Are you doing the things for your money to ensure that if you're paying out, which is actually ruled by Scorpio, that you've been doing it the right way, that it's not a source of healing in your life, that you can feel empowered by your money. So Monday, Mercury. Now, Mercury is our mind, communication, the way we process thought. It is not feelings. It is only thoughts. It is also our coordination. So to have Mercury coming into the sign of Taurus, this brings our mind now into groundedness. So all of that fiery rhetoric that we've kind of been seeing online should start to dissipate as we go further and further into Taurus season. And we start to kind of feel like, who are we in all of this? Who do we want to be, and how are we embodying all of this as, the way we're living our life? So this Mercury is going to bring in, what do we value and how are we dealing with our money? We communicate more deliberately. We're thinking down to earth, solid groundedness, common sense. We preferred the tried and true method over new, and be careful. Again, everything has its positive and its challenges, and the challenges with this is rigid thinking. I know what I know and you can't tell me otherwise. And shouldn't we have this open mind, an open point of view? That's why freedom of speech is so important in the Western world, because when we stop talking, that is when violence starts to ensue. And can we just have the ability to hear each other? And you don't have to believe in what I'm saying, but I think you can love me enough to just hear me and go, I hear you and I love you. And you got to do what's right for you, and I got to do what's right for me. And do we have to bring everybody to the same side? No, but we don't have to make people try to see our point of view. We just don't. You're not gonna change people's mind with the I'm right, you're wrong, which is fiery. This is gonna be now into let's have some conversations, but try not to be so rigid that your way is the only way. I used to really love debate class, because in debate we would actually be given the opposite point of view to debate, even though I was like, what? I want to debate. I had to debate against allowances. And I realized it's like, oh, because I didn't have allowance, but I always wanted one. And when I realized, all the reasons why, I had to defend it, it was quite interesting. It kind of changed my perspective on it, which was so cool. So the sun is also moving into Taurus. Now, this is our ego, our vitality, it's our energy. So we're going to have, whereas fire is like it burns hot, this is going to be the slow burn. Taurus takes time to get going. It needs to be motivated. Something needs to speak to its heart for it to be moving forward. So the sun in Taurus is methodical, sensual, receptive. It can be just defending or resisting, because again, there's that fixity coming in that I don't want to change, so I'm going to defend or I'm going to resist when they're in fear, or when they're kind of not in alignment. And when Taurus is in alignment, they're loyal, they're familiar, longevity, external love, or external validation. They like external validation, of course. I guess, don't we all, though, right? I don't know if that's like, oh, special to Taurus. But what I'll say is, there's a love here. I always sort of think of Taurus as like Ferdinand the Bull, where they're like gentle and loving. Don't get them mad. I guess that's with every zodiac. Oh no, that's not true. Cancer would just cry if you get them mad. But really, where's this Taurus is this kind of like, it's loyal, and it will defend, to the death, but it's loving. It's got such a loving heart, Taurus. And the negative side is possessive and stubbornness. Possessive because Taurus rules sort of money and the things that we value, and our actual possessions in our life, anything that we call my. So being possessive of this is what. This is mine. Taurus like things of value, so they're not sort of cheapy, get crap that's shiny. They like things that are gonna last, longevity, fixed earth sign. So as we move into Tuesday, now Tuesday doesn't have any major aspects, but what I noticed is it has 4 squares to the moon. It's going to be an emotional day. So the moon is our emotions, it's our nurturing, our intuition, and squares are crisis, difficult to integrate. So there's definitely some challenges here to, disagreements. Mercury plans are challenged, or sun. There is definitely, this is where the needing external validation is coming in. Moon square to Venus. We're sort of needing other people to say that we're good, or that we're pretty enough, or, don't hate me, feeling their heart. And then the moon square to Uranus, this can be emotionally charged turbulence. So this whole day is going to be very emotionally charged and turbulent. The moon's going to move quick. So these aspects aren't going to be full, exact, but you will feel them Monday, and you're going to feel them into a little bit into Wednesday. So I would just say Tuesday, really don't judge your feelings. Don't judge your feelings. Okay. Just notice them come up and go, this is not me. This is just a transit. It's a sensitive day. If you need to cry, cry, but please do not project this on other people. Notice it on yourself, and how is it, and be curious and be flexible about what's coming up and what is it trying to tell you about you, because no one can make you feel anything. You feel everything, right? If I said to you, you're a bitch, if you like, I own a bitch. If someone said that to me, you're a bitch, I'd be like, I own a bitch. Yeah, okay, thanks. I'm a bad bitch. And if someone said, oh, you're fat, if I had a sensitive thing about that, I'm like, I do feel like that. So depending on what someone's saying, if you take it as part of your identity, part of it lives here. And so we got to look here, not there. All right, Thursday, April 22nd is Earth Day. Yay, Earth Day. This beautiful planet that sustains us. It is a beautiful aspect of Venus conjunct Uranus in Taurus. Taurus is the earth. So this is like, you can't make this stuff up kind of energy. So Venus is about what we love and value, loving the earth. This could be new technologies coming. Well, not new tech, that's coming later in the week, but this is more about, loving the earth, loving on the earth. This can be, so on the positive side, unexpected pleasant experiences, can be romantic, need for freedom now, lots of excitement, and can expect financial windfalls just all of a sudden. So maybe you do your taxes and you're like, hey, I'm getting back money. Woo woo. That'd be good. Love of the earth, new contacts, meeting awesome people, just having soul experiences with people that are like bringing out new aspects of your life or excitement into your life. On the negative side, it could possibly be unexpected events that are like, oh my God, this is crazy. Unstable emotions can be coming up, unexpected relationship issues, because Venus rules relationships, sudden impulse to change your relationship, big eccentric purchases, Venus's purchases, and unexplained expenses coming up. So all of a sudden something's like, oh, I need this bill. So maybe it's taxes, and you're like, oh, wait, so that could be coming up on Thursday too. So really you can make this energy, depending on what's happening in your life, obviously, and what's happening in your own chart. But Earth Day, great day to love on the earth, do something lovely, support a cause, donate money if you can. If you can't, then maybe it's recycling or sharing a really great story on social media about upcycling or, Earth's endeavors. So, you can do your part. It's really up to you how much you do. Friday, Mars is moving into Cancer. Now, Mars is our motivation, our desire. It's our egoic will to go through this world, on this earth. And so Cancer is sensitive. It's emotions, it's caring, it's empathy, it's family, it's foundations, it's inner foundations. And so when Mars moves into Cancer, man, we can get some hurt feelings, We can be motivated to do things around the house, really better our house, our relationships with our mother, with our intuition. Those are all things that are on the positive side that could happen. On the negative side, you can feel really hurt. You can definitely feel really more sensitive to things, holding on to slights or resentments. You crave emotional kind of responsibility and honesty from other people. And so there's this kind of, coming into relationship. It's in the family house usually. Cancer rules the fourth house, which is family. So there's responsibility. Cancerians have this nurturing natural ability to care for people. And their major thing is to learn boundaries with that, not to give away all their energy, because they can feel the emotions of others and they want to people please. So one of their biggest life lessons is to kind of go, your feelings are your feelings and mine are mine, and I don't need to feel yours and I don't need to please you. Oh, that might be hard. I feel like someone's going to have a hard time hearing that. Mood determines action. Goals and plans suggest subject to mood swings. So, if your mood in Cancer, because they're so sensitive, if they're like motivated and they're happy, then they get lots of stuff done. But if something's hurting their heart, they can't can't push through it. Whereas like someone like a Capricorn could push through that and get stuff done. And actually things that hurt their heart motivate to kind of rise above and stick it to the person that didn't believe in them. Whereas Cancerians are like, I need a day in bed. So very interesting how those things kind of affect all the different signs. As we come into Saturday, Mercury is now coming to sit next to in the beautiful sign of Taurus in next to Uranus. And Uranus is about chaos. It is revolution. It is the great awakener coming in to shift things. And when Mercury comes to sit next to Uranus in a positive light, it is ingenious ideas. It is intuitive downloads. It is great creativity. If you're an artist or you're trying to do something that's creative, this is a great day to creative write or write something out of the box. Because it's in Taurus, I think this will be the day, or around this day, it's going to happen. I mean, this whole week it's going to be very kind of Uranian, where because of these two massive conjunctions to Uranus, is it's going to feel like maybe there's some technology to help the earth. Maybe people will start, especially on Earth Day, will release some new technologies in cleaning up the oceans or cleaning up the air, or maybe even like going into outer space. Uranus is like space travel. It's also technology. Now, technology, Mercury is communication, Uranus is electricity. It's the internet. It's kind of like that unseen electricity that goes through the air. So on the negative side, this is a day for crappy internet. This is a day for Zoom shutting down. And yay me, I don't have any classes on Saturday. I don't have to worry about that. But if you're doing stuff on the internet that day, or you're running a workshop, be prepared for patience, or have a backup computer or some sort of backup plan, because it can kind of affect your technology. The other part of this is it can be overloaded nervous system. So if you have nervousness or stress that's kind of creates havoc in your body, this can add to that. So just noticing if you have some nervous conduct, how did I write it? Oh, it can be exacerbated if you have nervous conditions. That's what I wrote. Nervous conditions, it can be exacerbated now. So nail biting, muscle twitches, restless leg, just kind of get it out of you. This would be a good day to go and yes, Mercury is our coordination. With Uranus, it could be a little bit out of control. You could overdo. So just be careful with that. On the negative side of this, it can be abrupt talking and interrupting, not listening, because Uranus has things it's got it's got ideas, it's got to get out of it. And so this is not a great day, that you might be wanting to listen. So maybe bringing some of that in, listen, or kind of going within on this day and using that creativity in some way, that would be good. Don't make any major plans or decisions on this day, and do not negotiate on this day. It is not a good aspect to do that. And it's also not a good day to stick to a routine. So if you got a whole bunch of plans for Saturday, it will likely be thrown out, and you're going to have to kind of go with the flow. That is the key of this day. And actually the key of this week is go with the flow, because there's unexpected shifts and changes, and you're going to be like, oh, my day actually was not my day. And take a deep breath, have patience, and hold space for that. It's not going to be the way you want it to be, and that's okay. All right, and then going into Sunday, we have a kind of a major aspect happening. So Venus and Mercury are coming to sit next to each other. So they were going to work as a team. Mercury is our mind, and Venus is what we love and value. So we're going to be kind of thinking about, what do we love and value? Are we embodying that? And to throw a little hit into the mix, it's going to be square, which is a crisis or challenge or difficult to integrate, to Saturn. And Saturn is structure, scarcity, fear, responsibility. Are you really embodying what you love and doing, saying the things that are in alignment with your heart and being responsible for your path in this lifetime? That's kind of it. So if you think about money, you think about relationships, are you honoring those things by being true to the way you feel about it, embodying the values of that, because that's in Taurus? And, the responsibilities, are you embodying that? So, if we take the example of, this COVID rhetoric online, and I'm going to be completely neutral in this because I truly believe whatever you believe is whatever you believe. I'm not trying to change your mind. I'm not trying to do anything. But if we have, let's say it's about the vaccine, do you then, if you believe your body, your choice, and someone's like, I don't believe in the vaccine, are you going against that person and going, wait, but your body, your choice, but don't you care about your body? That's not embodying your actual value. Your value is freedom of speech. Your value is humanity. Your value is compassion. Then are you, I'm not shitting you because this should have shame. This is about, are you embodying that in your interactions with others? Are you embodying what you truly value? So this is a perfect, you can sort of see when you start to follow astrology, how the path is unfolding for humanity, because these are aspects that are going to affect the collective. Of course, your chart will sort of affect that in different ways, but collectively this energy is presenting. So you can see how we've come through this fiery Mars, fiery Aries energy. Mars is Aries, Mars is not in Aries. And having that energy now kind of flush out all these people's fears to the surface. The COVID's on the rise, whether you believe in it or not. It is overwhelming hospitals, whatever you believe with that, I don't care. But really, the facts of it is hospitals are filling up, and we don't want to turn away people who really need the services that might not be COVID related. So we're trying to come together as a collective to do the things, but no one can agree on what the things are. And there's so much different information coming out, and who do we believe? And there's that square energy, right? I want to do the right thing, but I don't know what the right thing is. All the information that's coming out is changing. All I know is my experience with it. And let's say you know someone that's died, or let's say you know someone that's gone through mental health issues because they closed down the schools. Like, your experience is flavoring your opinions here. And that is completely okay. That is the human experience. And are you still embodying what you love and value? Are you still saying the things that are true to your heart? And are you acting in accordance with that? That's responsibility, Saturn. Love and value, Venus. Saying, hearing, speaking, writing, that's all Mercury. So can you be congruent with all those three things? Because Saturn's going to come around and it's going to be the taskmaster. It's going to test you if you have done that. And that maybe is, an online troll, or maybe that's, somebody getting into an argument with grandma about coming to visit the kids and you don't want to, or she doesn't want to come visit the kids because of, all the things, whatever it is, right? Everyone's opinions are going to flavor this. And can you just be in accordance with what you love and value, whatever that is? So, I think just bringing kindness into the world, bringing kindness to understand, and, embodying this, constitutional right from freedom of speech, and being able to kind of do that in a respectful way. I mean, I don't think that's too much to ask. I did see that on a social media thread where I can come at this however I want and you can't tell me to be kind. And I was like, what is going on here? Are we just throwing out human decency and saying my feelings and my projection is more important than being kind? And I was like, can we not do both? They're not mutually exclusive. There's no duality with this. We are each other. We are reflections of each other. So wherever you're at, I just want to send you so much love. This has been a crazy time. It feels sometimes like the pressure is just amping up. And my prediction is we're going to see a ramp up of numbers around the world right now. This variant is kind of crazy. And have we learned anything? I think this is what the universe is trying to show us. Have you learned anything from the last couple times this has happened? And maybe you think of this as the third wave or the fourth wave, or maybe you don't believe in waves, but what's happening is the same lesson is coming in here to see if we've learned, And it just kind of feels like the pressure cooker is just kind of being turned up. up. And I feel like there's those fears and grief that's kind of trying to be flushed out by this. I think that's the only kind of possible reason I can find for this. And the opportunity is to come together and support one another through that in whatever feels right to you. Maybe you don't want to support anybody and you just want to go back into your little isolated bubble and just be, that's fine too. Or if you want to be out there on the front lines and saying, these are my rights, that's fine too. They're not telling you to dismantle that. I mean, that's part of your freedom of speech. I honor that. I don't think anybody is stupid for their points of view. I really try to see the person behind the view. And I hope that you can see that too, because underneath we all want the same things: to be loved, to be seen, to be heard, to belong, and to be safe. To be safe. So we're all going about it in different ways, but we all want the same thing. And can we all be just part of the human family, which we are. So sending you so much love this week. There's going to be much more grounded energy, but be careful on that Tuesday, and some explosive energy in here. And Sunday is going to also be a little challenging with coming up with your responsibilities. Are you doing the things you're supposed to be doing in whatever way that comes into your life, however that theme expresses in your life? Sending you love to just have compassion for self. You're doing the right thing. Where can you learn? What's the opportunity? And how can you move forward in the best possible way that aligns with who you are? Never go wrong with love at your center. All right. Wishing you a wonderful week. Thanks for being here. I appreciate your watching this video wherever you're watching it. And if you want to comment below, I would love to thank you personally for watching it. I do my own social media and I'm always watching and commenting back as well. So I appreciate you. Have a great week. Bye.